Alright, this is a lightweight rain cover for a four-door JL. Purchased this one on Walmart.com. It was the cheapest place I could find it. Found it at eBay, Amazon, Walmart, Facebook classifieds, a lot of different places. They're about $30 to $40 depending on where. I got this one from Walmart. That way if I didn't like it, I'd just walk it into the store and return it. It is a very thin, it's like a tent material. It's supposed to be UV resistant. Don't know how well that is coated, but we'll find out through some time. I purchased it because I drive the Jeep pretty much all summer without doors, and most of the spring and fall as well. It's not until the last couple months here in Alabama where it finally dips down there below 30 degrees do we put the doors back on. And a good chunk of the summer, the plan is, just run it without even the soft top. So right now underneath it, the doors are off. We have some small metal mirrors from Amazon on there. It comes with the built-in pockets for the full-size mirrors from the OEM. You can tell this thing's not the greatest, material. It's fairly thin. Stitching is not very straight. It looks effective, not glamorous, let's put it that way. But it only takes about a minute to throw it on. With the soft top up, doors off, rear windows off, rear windows gone as well. Even the frame for the lower bar is gone. It goes on in about a minute, 2 minutes. Tucks down. It's just these little nylon straps. They just have little plastic hooks on the bottom of them. We can pull one out. You can see where you just find a spot that has enough tension for what you think you need. You can see it's just a little plastic clips. Nothing fancy about it. If you run it over as opposed to up here, you get a little bit more tension. And we can put it back on there. Again, real easy. You just find a spot underneath each one of them. This one I threw on that cross member. The one up front is, there you go. You can see it just in the frame there. If you got a really dirty, muddy Jeep, this might not be the product for you. Some of them run right through the gap of the factory or the OEM running boards. I can't get these to go through there. The clips are just too big. The other side's just a mirror of this. They are elastic front and rear. And they fairly tight, but your windshield wipers are really used to hold it down. This is not waterproof, meaning your Jeep's not going to be waterproof. You still get water in there. Driving rain is probably still going to blow this thing out and get in there. Your sensitive stuff's for the most part going to be protected, and that's what you're trying to do. Yet to be seen, if we get a good storm, 30, 40 plus mile an hour winds, whether it stays on, whether it even survives one bad storm. They definitely make heavier ones, more sturdy, better made ones, but Walmart's like Amazon. Gets tore up, take it back, they'll take it back and swap it out for a new one. It's almost no questions asked. So we'll see how it does for the price, and if we keep tearing them up, then we'll get something nicer. You can see like here, there's a pretty big gap. The other side's a little bit better, but that's because the cover itself is kind of pushed towards the driver's side a little bit. And you can see that pretty clearly. The back has a Velcro section that runs all the way up here. I don't know why it's Velcro, because if you pull it off, you're almost never getting it Velcroed back together while it's on the Jeep. It's even a pain off the Jeep. But elastic back here again. Yeah, it'll protect. Well, again, we'll see what the wind does to it, where it pushes it around. You can see we still got a decent gap here, but not quite as big as the other one. We'll see if it stretches or shrinks a little bit in the sun and in the rain once it gets some weight on it. So in this configuration, again, we have the soft top on, but the doors and windows are all removed. The plan is to take the soft top off and all the framework for it, and just run a nice thick heavy-duty Bimini or bikini top, and I guess it'd be a bikini top, and that is our normal configuration, with this just tucked in its stuff bag in the center console. And it does come with a zippered stuff bag that's lined. And just throw that in the center console, and then if we see rain coming or it catches us off guard, throw it on there and get general protection. And to the point where, you could even, just sit underneath it. But nothing glamorous. I like the idea of, just quick and easy. It's enough to keep it from being absolutely soaked. In this case, the water that's going to get into it, probably not going to require the drain plugs pulled out of the floor. So that's kind of what I was going for, is that it wouldn't hurt the electronics. Not really using it for sun cover or anything like that. Just for those storms that I can get ahead of. And a little bit of reflection there, but the whole thing's pretty shiny. They come in black, blue, and silver. I just went with the silver, so it's a little bit more high vis. And I don't know if it has any reflective qualities to keep it cooler, because it's probably going to be a sauna in there pretty fast. But I think with the soft top off and all the framework gone, it's obviously going to be a lot looser because it is built to, touch that soft top. And that adds a lot of structure to it. So I think it's definitely going to sag in the back, and we'll maybe have to put the back bar on and tuck this underneath there and then shut the door, and then you'll have more of a sloped back along the roll cage. I think it'll still work just fine. It's just going to be looser, which might be even better because the bottom edge here will pull down further, cover some of that a little bit. And then the mirrors will be, I think, potentially still useful, because you can see how low I can go. There's where the mirror actually hits, but it's built to have a mirror all the way up here, so you might still be able to get the mirror in there. Again, these are just push out of the way mirrors from Amazon. They do really good for what they are, but you can actually just swing them out and bring the cover down if we need to. I think maybe then it'll actually tuck along the rocker panels a little bit better. So we'll see. And again, I think the biggest concern is going to be wind and the rub points, to see how this material holds up. But $30 as opposed to $200 or $300 for some of the much more durable feeling ones, I think it's worth a shot, especially with a really good warranty. We'll try it out, see where we go with it. We'll put it to the test this week. It's calling for rain pretty much all week, and we'll be about 30 miles from home, so no plans to take the doors with us like normal. At some point we'll get our soft doors and just keep the windows around, and that might get us longer into the winter months. But for now, I think this allows us to go pretty small. And the stuff bag, once you're fully stuffed in there, is still very compressible, like a sleeping bag. It fits in the center console underneath the tray just fine. So I think you could also fit it under the rear floorboard if you wanted. But there it is. No real complaints for it. I think I got what I thought I was going to get, material-wise, quality-wise, fitment. I think the advertisement was accurate. It's just a matter of whether it can survive a good storm, or if you're going to look like those guys with tarps over their boats, after the first year. It's covering like 3%, one strap still hanging on for dear life, and you got to swap them out every 6 months. I think for as few times as you use it, it's cheap insurance. The first time you absolutely drench your dash, you're going to hate it. Water resistant is not waterproof, and this gives you a lot of protection for what it is. If you're going to leave it outside, even with the doors and windows on it, if you're going to leave it outside for a period of time, I bet it's okay too. It doesn't have much of a touch point with the paint. There are spots here. It's not super tight. You can see how that moves around. I don't know. That's kind of up to you whether that's something you want to do or not. For me, I'd find some heavier material, softer backing, things like that. But that's what it is. Didn't see any other reviews on these cheaper covers. They were all the Jeep Rain Guard or something like that. And what is the other big one? Is it X-Terrain or something like that? And some of those are over $300 before shipping. I think the next cheapest one's like $190. Again, this is 30 to 40.